Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm about to be explaining how my whole life got ruined in one day. So yeah, let's get into it. Sorry if my energy is down like throughout the video. I'm gonna try to like pick it back up, but I just I just went through a lot. So it all started with me trying to sell a couch. My whole life got ruined with me trying to sell a couch. Let me explain. It's not gonna make sense once I'm done, but like we're gonna be on the same page as to like, why it doesn't make sense. So, my mom wanted me to sell a couch. This our old couch, this our new couch. She wanted me to sell the old couch because there's nowhere for it to go. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna post the couch. I posted the couch on like everywhere, and I've never used Craigslist in my life. But I was like, I'm gonna post the couch on Craigslist. Post the couch on Craigslist, and within like seconds, somebody messaged me, like somebody texted me, and they're like, this lady. She's like, hey, I want the couch. Like me and my husband want the couch. We love the couch. Like the couch is amazing. Like I want the couch. Like I just need this couch. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna be mailing you a check. Can you just like send me your address? Take the couch off. Delete the post. Take the couch off. Like me and my husband want the couch. We're getting the couch. I'm gonna send you a check. She sends me a check, and the next day I get it in the mail. I go outside, check the mail, and I'm like, yo, I'll post the couch for $295. $295 for this couch. I check the mail, and the check says, like, it's a cashier's check. And the cashier's check says it's for $1,295. And I'm confused. I'm like, why is there an extra $1,000? And then I had to Google what a cashier's check was, because I'm like, I don't know what a cashier's check is. I don't know how to do things. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what things are in life. So I Googled what a cashier's check is, and a cashier's check is something more valid than a normal check. So it's like, people can send fake checks all the time, but like a cashier's check is like this, like more valid, have my name and everything like that, and I'll have to take it to the bank. So the lady's like, hey, can you take it to the bank? And I'm like, why is there extra money? And she's like, oh, movers are coming, so can you take out the $295 for the couch, and then like you can keep like an extra $50 for helping us out, like me and my husband out, and then give the rest of the money like to the movers. She said, I want you to give $831 to the movers. So I go to the bank and I try to take out the money, and my bank limits me to taking out $600. So I'm like, I can't take out $800. So I go put the six back, and then the lady texts me talking about actually, there's this new rule, so where you can't pay them cash, you have to send them a money order. So she said, I'm going to send you an address, a name, and everything like that, and can you send the money order to this address, and then the movers will come the following day. So I'm like, okay, like, first of all, red flag number one. She wanted me to take money out and send money elsewhere, when it's like she could have paid the mover, but like I'm an idiot. Like I thought about that, but like I'm just trying to get rid of the couch. Like, I'm like, I'll do whatever. And plus, the math still didn't add up. You know what I mean? Like $1,295 minus $831 still did not equal $295. So, like, there's still, like, extra money left over. So I'm like, I'm not going to complain. And, like, there's extra money left over. Like, I'm just going to do what the lady says. So I go to the post office and do a overnight money order to this address, to this freaking Diana Bowers. That's not even a real person. You know what? We're going to get into it. But, like, to freaking, like, Pennsylvania. So I'm like, I send it there. And $831 in a money order. And then they're like, okay, so there's a tracking number and everything like that. She's like, can you send me the tracking number? And I sent her the tracking number, and it says that it'll be there Monday. I do this on a Saturday. So Monday hits, and I don't hear anything back from her. But I'm like, like I'm at work and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm not complaining. But like, on Tuesday, if she hasn't, reply to me or anything like that, message me, I'll message her, because I'm like, I have $1,295. Like, I just sent the $831, but like there's still so much money left over, and like I still have the couch. And I'm thinking like, this is probably this lady's income tax, you know what I mean? Like her and her husband, like I'm just trying to get them their couch, you know what I mean? Like, just trying to be like a good person. When in reality, I could have just took the $1,295 and just ran off with the plug. You know what I mean? Like, ran off on the plug twice. Like, I really could have just disappeared with that money. But I was like trying to be a good person because I'm like, this woman's just really stupid, or this is a scam, or she just like can't do math or something like that. So I was like, I'm just really gonna do whatever she says. Tuesday hits and this lady still does not reply to me. So I'm like, okay, like, I don't know, like, maybe she didn't get it yet, like, maybe I'm just waiting on the movers to get here, etc., etc. So Wednesday hits, I go to the store to buy something, and my card declines, and I'm like, why is my card declined? So I check on the app, and my card is at like negative $1,000. Negative $1,000. And I was like, I freaked out. Literally only have like 20 miles of gas left. So I just floor it to the bank. I get up to the bank and I run in there and I'm like, excuse me, like, I think I know what happened, but I'm not sure. Like, a cashier's check is something more valid. I put this check in here like almost a whole week ago. If it was going to bounce, it would have bounced in 24 hours or 48 hours. It wouldn't bounce in a whole week. And I'm like, I just sent this person $800 and something, 831 fake dollars, and now the check bounced and it just took all my money. So I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, can you lock down my account? I'm like, I get paid on Fridays. I'm like, I know it's Wednesday right now, but I'm like, I don't want my Friday's check to just disappear, because then I won't have no money. And the lady's like, well, your check is already pending, so there's nothing we could do about it. Sorry, your next paycheck is already gone. So I'm like, great, my next paycheck is already gone. My account's in negative 1,000, and I'm like, whatever. So I realized at this point, like, the check was fake, and the lady was like, the bank lady was like, yeah, like, sorry, like, the check was fake, but it was a really good fake check. Really, Navy Federal? It took a whole week. Y'all slipping. Anyways, it took a whole week for the check to bounce, and she was like, the best advice I can give to you is to call the police and do a police report. So I'm like, of course, like, I go outside, and she's like, actually, I can make a copy of the fake check, fake cashier's check. Makes a copy of it, gives it to me. I'll call the police. And I'm like, hi, I'm reporting like bank fraud. Somebody my whole account is empty. Can y'all just come and figure this out for me? So the police pull up, and I'm telling the police everything. I'm giving them all the information and stuff like that, giving them the copy of the fake check and stuff like that. And I go through the whole process, telling them everything. Like, literally, all these receipts. I go through telling them everything, give them all this information, and then they're like, all right, well, there's probably not much we can do about it, but the detective is going to get in on the case and, like, dive more into it, and then hopefully they could figure out something, but we're just letting you know, like, we're probably not going to be able to do anything. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, the police is like, all right, well, we have some other business to take care of. And I'm like, all right, bye. You know what I mean? Like, okay, bye. Like, thank you for your help. Like, I'll email you, like you said, like, email you all the pictures, all the receipts and stuff like that. Like, bye, have a nice day. And he's like, no, we're going to be placing you under arrest. And I said, placing me under arrest for what? And he said, you don't know what you did? And I was like, no, I didn't do anything. And then this other lady police was like, you have a warrant out for your arrest? And I said, why? And then, I don't know if they're just, like, I don't think they meant to be, like, just cunts about life, but, like, I was like, I promise you I did not do anything. And then running through my mind is, like, everything I've ever done in life. And I'm like, I stole a peppermint from my first grade teacher. Like, maybe it's just coming back to me. Like, maybe I have a warrant now because of that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of everything. I'm like, I really didn't do anything. And then the police was like, well, you probably didn't show up to court or something like that. And I said, I did show up to court. Like, I said, I've been to court like 5 times just for like this stop sign ticket. Like, I was like, that's the only thing that I have on my record is like, just for this and the registration. And he was like, I'm gonna have to put you in handcuffs and put you in the back of the car and see if this warrant is still valid. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like 100% sure that I'm like, oh, this is a mishap. Like, like, I know I didn't do anything, so they're gonna put me in the back of the car, they're gonna check it, and then they're gonna let me go. And, you know, it's all just a misunderstanding. And he's like, nope, the warrant is still valid. So at this point, I'm like, I just found out my account was like a negative 1,000. My credit is hit. Now I'm getting arrested in front of my bank. The only bank that I have within like a 30-mile radius of my house. Literally the only Navy Federal, which within a 30-mile radius of my house. And now I'm like, I just brought a fake check here. Now I'm getting arrested in front of these glass doors. Everybody's looking at me, and my life is over. They take me in to jail, and this is on Wednesday. Wednesday around 2 p.m. Take me to jail. And at this point, everybody's asking me, you know, everybody in there's like, hey, have you been here before? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and I'm like, sadly, like, yes, yeah, I've been here before. And they're like, all right, like, fill out this paperwork. What's your first, last name? I tell them everything, and they're like, you're not even popping up in the system. Like, why are you here? And I said, I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know why I'm here. And they're like, sure, sweetie. You don't know why? Sure. I'm like, at this point, I'm losing my mind because typically when black people get arrested for no reason, they kind of end up dead in jail, and then it becomes quoted as like a suicide in jail. And I was not trying to do that. I was like, nobody knows where I am. My car's left at the bank. My whole life is ruined. I'm in here. I don't know anybody's number. I have to sleep on this hard-ass floor for like hours. Literally until, I think, 1 a.m. Thursday. And then they take me up to a cell. And at this point, I'm really freaking out because now I'm in a jumpsuit. I have another mugshot. And you can see, like, the look on my face is pure. Like, I was on the verge of tears. Like, literally having a panic attack, on the verge of tears, because I thought I was going to die. And I didn't know why I was in there. Like, being arrested. And this mugshot, it's like, I knew why I was there. Like, I knew what I did. I'm in a jumpsuit and everything. And I officially have, like, a room, like a cell, a bunk, like cellmates. And it's a room that's maybe like 12 by 10, like, you know, 12 feet by 10 feet. There's 3 bunk beds in there, 2 desks and a toilet, and 2 small desks and a toilet. So there's 6 people in there, like 5, you know, 5 and me, 6 people total in there. I'm on the top bunk, sleeping on these hard-ass mattress, this hard-ass futon with no pillow and a washcloth as a pillow. And my mattress is like lump-sided, my futon thing. And the best way I could describe this is like a twin version size of a futon with like sunflower seeds in it. Like that's how it felt. And I'm literally in there just rocking like I'm gonna die. Somebody's gonna kill me. Like, I don't know why I'm in here. Like, nobody knows why I'm in here. Like nobody knows I'm in here. My whole life's ruined. I don't even know if I have a job anymore. Like, my credit's gone. My bank account's empty. Like, I'm just panicking. You know, other people are asking me like, hey, why are you in here? And I'm telling them like, I don't know why I'm in here. I did nothing to be in here. And the other cellmates were like, I did nothing too. Like, we all did nothing. Like, we're all just in here for no reason. And I'm like literally, I was having a meltdown. Like literally shaking for the whole time. Like, literally shaking for the whole time. And then they kind of saw, like, the look in my face, like, oh, you really are in here for no reason. I told them everything, and they're like, yeah, well, Tarrant County really does be effing over people like that, putting people in here for no reason, saying that they didn't show up to court or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I went to court 5 times. I went on December 4th, January the 7th, February the 4th, February the 7th, February the 8th, and I said my final court date is March the 6th. I said, I went to court so many times. I went to court early. I went to court extra times. I was like, for them to say that I didn't even show up, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And then I go to see the judge, this judge in there, and the judge is telling me like, oh, well, now your bail's $400, and since it's your second time being in here, you most definitely cannot get out. You know, you most definitely cannot get let out for free. and somebody's gonna have to come and pay $400, or like your 10% is 40 to get out. And I'm like, well, I don't know anybody's number. I try to go to sleep, and I'm literally having nightmares that I'm in jail. That like nurses are chasing me with needles. I had to get another jail shot. That scared me even more. So for me to go to sleep and have dreams the nurses chase me with needles and I'm in jail, and then to wake up, like I was literally in my dream like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I wake up and I'm like, I'm in jail again. And I'm like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then just like a repeating type thing. And somebody was like, yeah, like, you know, it's kind of how it is in here. Like, you go to sleep, you can't really escape jail by going to sleep. You just kind of gotta, you know, talk to people, you know, entertain yourself somehow. But like, yeah, sleeping's not gonna work. And I'm like, I can't even sleep it off. And people are trying to calm me down. They're like, calm down, calm down. Like your mom's gonna find you. Somebody's gonna find out you're in here. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, I'm like, me and my mom do not cross paths like that. I was like, our schedules are so different that I'm like, she hasn't seen me since like Tuesday. It's now Thursday. I remember my dad's number, and I keep calling my dad. I call my dad, and yo, first of all, the process of calling is so difficult. Like, you have to put in your jail PIN number, and then you have to say your name. You have to yell your name in there, and then dial the number that you want to call, and pray somebody picks up. And as soon as they pick up, they have to put, like, open an account to put money in there for y'all to even, like, talk. So I'm just calling my dad, hoping that he would just get the missed calls. Like, I knew this man was not going to answer, but I was just hoping he would get the missed calls. So I keep calling. I call him once, and a couple hours later goes by, and I call him again. A couple more hours later goes by, I call him again. At this point, I'm freaking out. Somebody let me borrow their pen, because, like, having a pen in there is a privilege. I know, yeah, having a pen is a privilege. Having a bowl is a privilege. Like, having shoes, like solid shoes, is a privilege. Like, basic things. So somebody let me borrow their pen, and I'm literally in there writing possibilities of my mom's number. And I'm sitting there calling all these possibilities. Like I think it's this. Like, I know it starts with this. And I'm sitting there doing all these possibilities. Y'all, tell me why I was calling my social security number. I was like, yo, that's how insane I was going. Like, I'm like, I knew the first 3 digits of her number, and then the rest was my social security number. My social security number. Like, that's how off I was. I was calling my social security number, panicking, like, and she wasn't answering. Obviously, but I didn't know that. Another night goes by. Everybody in there was so nice to me, and they were trying to help me get out. This one man that's, like, very high up in the outside world, if you know what I mean, like, has eyes everywhere, you know, if you know what I mean, type of level, like, gang activity, if you know what I mean. So he was in there, and he was like, I know people out there, like, I got eyes everywhere, like, I can help you get out of here. He said there's such thing as a PR bond, and a PR bond is where a stranger comes to bail you out or to bond you out, and then you just pay them back over time with interest. And I'm like, anything to get me out of here, like, please. So he helps me apply for that on this little tablet thing that they had in jail. And on the tablet there was a timer, like, hurrying up trying to type this paragraph on. It said like why should they help you get out? And I'm like, my mom's wedding is next week. Like, literally, I'm in there like, I'm gonna miss my mom's wedding. People are telling me, oh, you're only gonna be here for like a week or two probably. Like, don't even worry, don't stress it. You only got a misdemeanor. And I'm like, a week or two? I'm like, I'm gonna miss my mom's wedding. I think I got fired from my job. My bank account is empty. My credit is hit. Somebody scammed me. I have nothing left. Please help me. And I'm like typing up this long paragraph. I send it. And then you only get 2 requests for a PR bond per month. Since I was in there at the end of the month, then I had 1 more to send. So he types it up. He types up 1 and sends it to. So now I'm like, okay, so the next day will be March 1st. And I'm like, okay, so March 1st, then I can send 2 more. And then after that, I'm stuck until April, like, if nobody comes. So yeah, so like, I'm not even going to get into how bad the food was. Like, just know I didn't shower. I really didn't shower for the whole time I was in there, because somebody was like, somebody sharded on the walls. And I'm like, me going in the shower would just get me like more dirty, I felt. So like, I didn't shower. I was not eating. Like, I could survive on a Tic Tac diet. And they really put me on a watch list. And they came in there like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Like, literally, like, yelling at 3 a.m. for breakfast. Who eats breakfast at 3 a.m.? But they literally woke everybody up at 3 a.m. to eat. And I was like, I'm not eating. And she was like, you're not eating? Put him on a watch list. We got somebody over here starving himself. And I'm like, so I'm literally in there starving. My stomach is at my back. I'm having headaches. I'm having mental breakdowns. So when I tell y'all I was shaking, like I'm still shaking. Like I was having a mental breakdown for the entire time I was in there. I tried to sleep it off. I tried to do everything. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, there was a 22-inch TV. Yes, 22-inch TV. 22-inch TV in there. And there was like 70-something people in there. So just imagine 70 plus people trying to watch TV on like a 20-inch. And the volume was not helping. You had to have phenomenal vision to even read the subtitles. It was just a mess. But like, I thank God that there was TV, there was cable. Like, I wasn't in the worst part of the jail, if you know what I mean. Still shaking. This man, like, phenomenal. Literally is the only reason that I'm still sane. John Paul, he helped me stay sane. He saw me, I was shook. He really talked to me for a while and assured me that everything was going to be okay. He was like, hey, hey. Because I was shaking. He was like, hey, calm down. I was like, look at that police. Do you see him? You see that man right there? Just think about this. He is the highest paid babysitter on the planet. And we're all just in here. We're all just in a building that we don't have the key to. He is our babysitter. Just think about it like that. And think about it like this. This man has to come to jail every day for the rest of his life. Most of us are eventually going to get out one day, but he has to come every day for the rest of his life. Yes, this is the life that he chose. Yes, he's still disrespectful, but just think about it like that, and that should help you get through this. And that really calmed my nerves. So he ended up telling me, he said, hey, go ask the police if your bond has been posted. And I was praying like I've never prayed before. Like, I was in there like, Jesus, 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 every night, just shaking like Jesus, 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 because I thought I was going to die. The police tells me, oh yeah, your bond's been posted. When I tell y'all, I got so excited, but I couldn't get too excited because there's like 70 dudes behind me that like aren't going home. You know what I mean? So I couldn't be like, yes. Ooh, you know what I mean? Because like everybody else would be like. So I was trying to, just trying to still keep it cool. At this point, I'm positive that my mom still has no idea. My dad didn't answer. So I'm like, nobody knows I'm in here at this point. In my mind, I'm like, nobody knows I'm in here. So at this point, it has to be the person that PR bonded me out of here. So I'm thinking that it's going to be them. And the police is like, I'm not going to tell you you're going to be out of here any minute, but any hour, probably later today, they're going to release you. Like, in the meantime, some of the other cellmates are talking to me, and they're like, yeah, just make sure, because Tarrant County really F's over people, so just make sure anytime you go to court, you get the judge to sign the papers. And I was like, yeah, well, I was trying to tell the police, like, hey, if this is about court, like, I have the paperwork and stuff like that, but he was not trying to hear it, so I don't think a signature really would have helped the whole situation. I was like, yeah, but just make sure you get a judge to sign next time you go to court. So I'm talking to him, and we're just saying our goodbyes and stuff like that. And finally, the police called me over there, said like a couple hours later, was like, hurt? And I jumped up so fast. He was like, pack your bags, you're going home. I was like, yes! So I go in there, I get the little duffel bag that they gave to me. I roll up my blanket, throw my little towel in there, my cup and my spoon, and I'm like, out of here. So I'm saying my goodbyes, I'm getting patted down by the police, go through the whole exit thing. If you don't know how the exit process is, watch my first getting arrested video. I got out, and they in my phone. And tell me why. So the first time I got arrested, my phone had 1%, and it lasted me the whole time. Even though I was just in there for like like about 20-ish hours, but my phone lasted at 1%, came on, still had 1%, I was able to call my mom. This time, on Wednesday, my phone had about 50%. It's now Friday evening. My phone's dead and won't come on. How? So that's just my life. I walk outside and it's cold. I'm ashy, I'm dirty, I'm musty, I'm crusty, I'm hit. I'm asking people like, hey, can I use your phone? I try to call my dad, and of course he doesn't answer. I'm like, I don't know my mom's number, so the only way for me to be able to contact her is if I charge my phone. I do not know where I am. I'm downtown. My house is a solid 30-minute drive away. So I'm like, and my car, I'm like, I don't know if my car is towed, but the bank is like 15, 20 minutes away in a car. So I'm like, walking, that's probably going to take me 3 hours because I don't even know which direction I'm going in. I don't even know which direction I'm going to. So I'm just walking around asking people, like going in different locations, different stores, like, hey, would you happen to have an iPhone charger? Like literally just got out of jail. Asking people like, hey, would you happen to have an iPhone charger? Trying not to look crazy. My hair looks like... And I'm just... So I find a Verizon store and I walk in there and I'm like, hey, like, of course I didn't tell the man I just got out of jail, but I was like, hey, I'm lost downtown. Like, I lost my mom downtown. I don't know where she is. Like, my phone died. Can I just charge it really quick? And then, call her. And he was like, this man was amazing. Like, let my phone charge. And I call her and everything. She comes to get me. And I find out that she had bailed me out. Here's what happened. What had happened. So, okay, so this information I know now because I spoke to everybody. So I called my dad all those times, right? The first time I called him, he said he looked at it and he was like, oh, it's a bill collector. And the next time I called him, he was like, oh, like, why is the bill collector calling me in the middle of the night? And then the next time I called him, he said he answered and he said he heard my voice. I was talking, but it cut him off and said he had to set up an account. And my dad said, how the hell do I put money on the phone? Like, so he didn't know what to do. So, like, he didn't set the account up, but he knew that I was in there. So, from that point, my dad, literally in Ohio, my dad's in Ohio, he texts my sister. My sister's in Killeen, Texas. So, he texts my sister. He's like, yo, Zach's in jail. And my sister's like, what? And because she knows about the whole couch situation. So, she's thinking that I'm in jail for this fake check. That's the only thing that could run through her mind. It's like, this fake check, now he's in jail because of it. So she's freaking out. She calls my mom, or calls our mom, here in like Dallas, Texas. And my mom, like, she lost her voice like this for this whole past like week. She's like crying on the phone. Y'all, she said she just went to the bank and saw my car there. My mom just went to the bank. What are the odds that my car was still there? Thank God, but they left my car there. And then my mom went to the bank and saw my car there. Y'all, my mom went inside the bank and was like handling business or whatever. Saw my car out there and was like, oh, like I guess he's just in the back talking to somebody. Left the bank. Yo, she left the bank and like left my car there. So when my sister called her, she was like, I just left the bank 5 minutes ago. His car's still there. And for you to say he's in jail, like. So they're thinking, so everybody's freaking out, like, the check must have been fake, the couch, the scandal, like, so they're all like, he's in jail for this fake check. My mom said she thought that when I brought the fake check in there or something like that, they maybe like hit a button and then the police just came and arrested me or something. So they're all in there freaking out over this check. No, my sister's panicking, like he's not supposed to be in jail. Like, she said, I am sick. Yo, my sister was on it. She literally got online and was doing everything. Pulled up the whole website, typed in everything, and was trying to get me out. And she said when my mugshot popped up, I almost started crying because she was like, he looks like he's about to die. Like, this looks like the picture before somebody dies. Like the picture before somebody's in jail and then like they get killed by police or something like that. So she's freaking out. My mom is like hysterically crying. My sister's on the phone, pulled up on her iPad, doing everything, making phone calls. My dad is freaking out, like, but remaining calm. He sent my mom some money. And then my mom's fiance is literally in Minnesota calling up to this police station, going off on them. So it's like, my dad's calling, my sister's calling, My mom's calling. My mom's outside waiting after she put the bail money in there. She's crying. Like, everybody's collectively working together trying to get me out of here. Like, literally, I'm so, like, I knew people cared about me, but it's just, you realize how much people care about you when you go missing for no reason and nobody knows where you are. And I'm just glad that literally people put aside their differences, all my family members put aside their differences to come together from in different states and cities across the country, even people in jail, to try to help me get out. And I get home, y'all go through all this paperwork, and y'all tell me why I found a paper with the judge's signature on it. So I'm like, I had a paper with the judge's signature, but I didn't even know it. But like, even if I had that at the time, it wouldn't have mattered because the police don't want to hear that. So I'm like, I have all this paperwork. Somebody's about to catch a lawsuit. I have this over here is one lawsuit. This over here is another lawsuit. Welcome to my life. I mean, it was very much an experience. God works in mysterious ways. I was very much in there, like, Cardi B meme. What was the reason? Like, I don't know why I was in there. I don't know why that happened to me, but I met somebody phenomenal. It really changed my life, and I'm glad that everybody came together to get me out. My life's garbage. Like, literally, I say that, and I actually mean that. Like, I don't just say that to be like, oh, my life's garbage, subscribe. Like, no, actually trash. So, I don't have a job. Thank God my car was still there. So, my car was still in the parking lot when I got back. My mom took me there. So, I'm like, I still have my car, but I don't have a job. My credit is hit. My bank account is at -1,000. My next 2 checks are gone. Like, my last check and my next check is gone. I was in jail for no reason. And I have multiple cases. No money. I have court this week. And I don't even know how I'm going to be able to pay for the stop sign, ticket, course, drivers, whatever thing. Because now I have -$1,000. So, if my life tragedies is somewhat entertaining to you, like, comment, share, subscribe. You're all I have. So yeah, until next time. I hate my life.